Hi, my name is Michael. You might know me by Simber's channel, Grandpa in Hong Kong. We travel a lot, and some of you might know me from back in my good old days in UIUC. Today, what I want to talk about is how are we able to travel that often at such an early age? That's the gift of financial independence. Majority of the people are mediocre due to their mindset. I'm gonna talk about 7 things today. And all 7 points is really important for you to achieve what you need to achieve. Firstly, don't be money phobic. Frankly, there are too many people who are money phobic. You people have excuses like family is more important than materials. All of you are saints that doesn't have to pay for dining out with your family or Christmas presents for your extended family. Even if you try to go to Africa and like a saint you are to save starving children, someone is paying for the plane tickets and room and board. But money is evil, right? If it is, then please don't complain about the gas price and mortgage payments. It's better if you just work for the bank like everyone else and not see money for the rest of your life, since it is that evil. You should also stop watching this video because it pertains to a cult that doesn't suit you. Flip. Secondly, know your leverage. If you don't have any, build one. No one ever started from the bottom. Even if you win the Powerball, you would still have to have $2 in your pocket to buy the ticket. Sam Walton had monetary help from his father that amounted to $25,000 when he started Walmart. That was a steep amount of money back in the days. If it means living at your parents' home so that you can save up your first meaningful amount of money, do it. Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki was homeless at 1985. Comedian Tiffany Haddish was living in a car before she got famous. No one says success was easy. Success requires thinking outside of the box, especially if you don't have capital. And doing things that the 99% won't do, basically. If you do what the 99% do, you will remain being the 99%, because that's just statistic. Walton had help, the other two had faith, and go around the system. Walton had leverage, the latter two don't have one, but they built one by not paying rent and saving majority of their paycheck. Build assets, not liabilities. A lot of people justify their retail therapy. Listen, even a Ferrari Enzo doesn't become an outperforming, appreciating asset when adjusted for inflation. iPhones become piece of brick in a few years. Hermes bags lost their retail values when the new arrivals shows up. Always analyze cash flow. If it is not generating money, then it is most likely a liability, especially if you sink time and money into maintenance. Believe it or not, actually your storage space costs money too, since you are robbing the space's opportunity cost. You can keep pouring water into a pool that leaks, but it won't be filled before your resources depletes. Assets can be a skill. For example, knowing how to assemble a computer, knowing how to fix cars, knowing how to play the piano. This resonates with leverage as well. A lot of native English speakers, they go to foreign nations to teach. It might take time for you to comprehend what you are truly good at. Therefore, it is your utmost goal to recognize your skill and leverage it. Don't let something that you have practiced for 20 years sit in a closet. Next is work for percentage, not hours. Use your brain, not your body. A mechanic can choose to work for a shop and get paid blue-collar wages. Or he can start a car restoration business by buying classic cars, fix them up, and sell it. Rewards are for the people who had created values and not for the people that are fishing after a paycheck. Money is like a cat that gets drawn to a bowl of cat food. When you started your working hours, however, you become the cat that chases after the crumbs. It might be the same amount of work, but that's no difference than being in a sweat factory in China, because you are working hard, but you're not working smart. This next point is a very important one, and it might offend a lot of people. Environment determines your achievements. Don't be afraid to move out of a small town. Don't let others' lack of imagination and lack of ambition stop you from achieving greatness. Jim Wan once said, "You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with." Your associates determines your achievements because their fear of achievements can bounce off each other, and your ambitious fire can be extinguished by amplifying their fear. Geographical environment also plays a part in determining your achievements. If you live in a town where there's not enough people to support your business, then you ought to move somewhere else where you have a market. Don't worry about the competition that is associated with a big city. A big city raises the opportunity for success. It provides more amount of coin flips, aka more probability. Environment limits your imagination. If your visualization of goal is clouded by knowledge limitation, so will your result suffer. I'm lucky to be born in an Alpha Plus financial center. A lot of people's imagination runs dry where the district manager is. When you started looking up to your district manager, that's where your maximum potential will be. Only when you are in New York headquarters by Lower Manhattan or London CBD would you understand who is the CEO, who is Pacific Region Market Manager, who is Regional Manager. I have a strong urge to correct people when they call their tiny manager their boss. There can only be one boss in a firm, and he's would be chauffeured by Rolls-Royce, private jets, and he normally worked from home office in Malibu and had a manager at a financial center report directly to him. Any target in between is just setting yourself for passing the exam instead of scoring full points on the test. So stop calling your manager a boss when he can only swing a Cadillac. Worst case scenario, it trains you to become the most capable person when you go back to your small town and you became the monopoly. Taylor Swift might have gotten famous from Nashville, but she is from the East Coast, where the competitions and the mindsets molded her into greatness. Like the Matrix once said, take the red pill, not the blue pill. Money is a value voucher. Tear open the veil of the system. The system keeps you from understanding the true path to money. It gives out distraction and misinformation to keep you at work. If country music video doesn't honor cowboys and pickup trucks, then who would remain on the farm to provide food for the wealthy in Wall Street? And who would keep Detroit's car industry afloat? If football games aren't entertaining, wasting your time, who would not have time to think about their own business ideas? I have a smart friend of mine who already have $1 million in assets. Yet, he's still working. He traded his blood pressure and sperm counts for his $1 million. Now he's infertile and he's waiting for heart diseases. This is because he buys into the system's definitions of success. The monetary success by comparison, in layman's term, trying to show off. The system is evil, and it doesn't want you to win. Serve others before you serve yourself. By doing so, you are creating value. You are building the fort that stays warm and that houses the cat whose name is money. You could have Mercedes and penthouse apartments in New York, but you are still forced to work because you subscribe to the system. Your mortgage, your car payments, your car maintenance bill are all selfish in nature, resulting in a selfish outcome. With $1 million, you can live like my friend, or you can split it into 4, proceed to live in a $250K home and rent out the other 3 other similar homes to someone else, and then just take the metro like everyone else. Selfless action creates selfless outcome, and the blessings that comes with it. Financial freedom is the first step to Ferrari money or yachts or private jets. Perhaps most importantly, self-discipline is what you need to put everything together. This correlates to building assets, not liabilities as well. The world is out to get you. Advertisement, markdown items, store layout, scents and lightings. While you are playing the offensive game, make sure that you also don't forget about the defense. Mark Zuckerberg drives a Honda Fit and only owns gray color t-shirts. Make sure that you understand they trick you psychologically to make a purchase. So whenever you are about to make a purchase, make sure that you ask yourself the most important question of all. Is it a need or is it a want? I can tell you right now, majority of the time it is the latter. I need a new car for the space. I need a new set of clothes because people think I only have one set of clothes. Majority of the people in New York City raise their kids without a car. Car seats fold down in a versatile Prius that makes 65 cubic foot of space. Majority of European does not have a truck or an SUV, and they sure still make healthy babies. Some of these healthy babies grow more than 6 foot tall in Netherlands. Ever noticed that materials stack up over time and you have to make room for new stuff? then you have to think about donating and tossing your old stuff. If you have this problem, I'm sorry to inform you that you are a hoarder. All the stuff that you're tossing is a reminder of the mistakes that you have made in the past. In your case, the new stuff coming in as well, most likely. Before you started getting defensive here, there are people in the world who don't have clean water to drink, food on the table. You, my friend, buys more than the essentials. You are buying compulsively based on wants, not needs. And you are psychologically tricking your mind to justify the purchase as rational, using excuses. Self-discipline also is essential when it comes to your work. When you have the urge to spend precious time on watching entertainment news and talk to people that doesn't matter, the list goes on. But any activities that doesn't generate income or provide inspiration is a time waster. But any activities that doesn't generate income or provide inspiration is a time waster. The second part is perhaps even worse than the first, because the first is barely value voucher loss. The second is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost can be exponential and infinite. If I went to buy a Mega Million ticket, I would have been rich. But instead, I watch basketball games or gossip on a celebrity. This is also related to the blue pill, red pill statement. A lot of high net worth individuals have so much focus on doing what matters. They don't even keep up with the news. Successful people are normally cold because they have no time for society. If you run yourself like a Swiss-made timepiece, you are going to achieve the most because you run your life based on numbers, not emotions. Money is a number. It is drawn to its own kind. Emotions are moneyphobic in nature because they are simply not the same chemicals. A room full of hydrogen get introduced to oxygen will result in a destructive explosion. In our cases, hydrogen is money and oxygen is emotion. You do not have to be cold to your family and friends that matter, but you have to be ice cold to the world for you to defend your distraction-free time and for you to achieve greatness. Even around your family, you should give out gifts that teaches a lesson instead of gifts that destroy your niece's life. Think penny stocks, cash flow board games, Monopoly board games instead of toy cars, toys, and teddy bears. The choice of your gifts determines the path of the people that you are trying to protect and inspire. Their adult lives can be surrounded by consumer debts or assets. Therefore, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It seems like a curse, but the curse started as education at a young age. If your nephew wants a PlayStation 5, you can give him half of the money and teach him how to snowball that into 3 times the money. Start a lemonade stand. Invest in some stocks. Then return your money and have his PlayStation. This is no different than a mortgage and collecting rent in nature. Notice the advantage of starting young. That's it for my video today. I hope you guys take something home today and plan forward and achieve what you want to achieve. Thanks for watching. If you guys like this video, thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.